Welcome, everyone. Glad you could be with us. We're going to take a look at our securities industry, and I thought we'd begin by looking at an overview of the securities industry. Many of you think about this as Wall Street, but again, it's called financial services, it's called the securities industry, or just Wall Street. Now, so let's take a look at this. We'll call this the overview, and we have two parts to it. Again, the overview of our industry. Now, here, part one, we call this the primary market. Part two, we call it the secondary market. Again, primary market, secondary market. Now, the primary market is the purpose that Wall Street exists, where we raise money for companies. So again, this primary market, what do? We raise money for companies. The famous company, there it is, for companies. Now, how do we do this? Well, we create securities and sell them to the public. So think of it as a factory of sorts. All right, we're actually creating a security. This is a factory. And we're actually creating a security that will be bought by the public. Again, public buys these, and that's how we raise money for companies. So this factory is better known as Wall Street. It's the Wall Street factory, where we create a security and sell it to the public. Now, once we complete this creation process, which, by the way, is referred to as investment banking. So we'll call this a process, and the process is known as investment banking. I'll abbreviate IBK, investment banking. That's the process. Now, once the factory creates the security, sells it to the public, the process known as investment banking, then what happens? Well, then we cross over to the secondary market. And it is in the secondary market that the security created now begins to trade. So again, we have our security, and it now begins to trade. And you're probably wondering, where does the security begin to trade? Well, everyone thinks of trading of the New York Stock Exchange. So that would be, matter of fact, I'll draw you a little picture. These are the pillars. That little symbol, you could see it in our logo. Matter of fact, we have the same logo of the New York Stock Exchange. Now, since 1971, also we have an electronic marketplace, computer to computer, called NASDAQ. Again, when we talk about NASDAQ, you think of computer, talking to, buying, trading with another computer. Again, we call NASDAQ. Now, if the companies are not that big, as an example, a brand new startup, it could be the restaurant in town, it could be a fleet of food service trucks you see on the cable channels. Well, they'll trade in smaller venues called a bulletin board, OTCBB, and pink sheets. But again, stay tuned and we'll explore this further.